Hi everyone and welcome to another tutorial related to Fusion 360. In this tutorial we're just going to have a quick look at actually putting some holes into this block here. Now we can do that using the hole tool, which is this one here. And this is quite useful for a number of reasons and will probably build on some knowledge that you already have. But you can access it, as I said, directly from your create set of tools. If it's not showing here, basically just go to create here and then you can come down to hole here. The shortcut is H, as you can see there. And basically what it does is that it basically creates a hole basically on a face there or a plane. So let's do that. Let's have a crack. I'm going to click on hole and you'll get this little dialog that pops up. Now there's a couple of things to note here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose the hole type as just a simple hole first of all. So this hole will just be a typical simple hole that you're all probably familiar with. And I'm just going to click somewhere on the face. You can see here, it says face. We need to select it. And I'm just going to click on the face there and we can see we have basically dropped a hole in there. Now, a couple of things to note. Here we've got some dimensions as in the depth. We've got the diameter of the hole. So let's just say this hole was maybe 15 millimeters in diameter. Actually, let's make it 10 millimeters in diameter. Now, this material here, I think I have that set to 30 millimeters. So what we'll do here is we'll say, let's put the distance to all. There you go. So that now that hole is going to go all the way through the material. And what you can actually see here is that you can see that it's referenced to an edge. So right now it's 47.478. So if we click on there and we click on this edge here, we can actually type in a dimension as in a usual dimension constraint. So I'm just going to chuck in 20 there. And while we're at it, why don't we reference it from this edge also? So I've just clicked on that back edge and we might do the same also. We might have 20 off there. So we've basically kind of locked that in. You can see that there. Let's just kind of click on that one there. Great, we've got that. And I'm going to say okay to that hole. So down here in my timeline, I've positioned that hole. Again, if I just want to edit it, you can see there we've got those dimensions. And by the way, you can kind of see I can grab that hole and you'll see that my dimensions are actually changing. So if I do need to reposition the hole, maybe this one is, let's say 30 millimeters there from that edge. And then maybe it's only 15 millimeters from that edge. Don't forget to click on OK. All right, so we've created one simple hole. Now, let's try a different hole type. So I'm going to go back up. I'm going to click on the hole tool. Now this time we're actually going to go with the second one along there, which is a counterbore hole. And you can see with the counterbore, essentially what we have is a larger size hole, which is drilled initially, which then continues into a smaller diameter hole, which kind of goes through, let's say. So let's go with that. We'll select that there. We're going to keep our extensors going all the way through this material. So let's just click on a face here to pop that in there. All right, so you can kind of see in red there, we've got this kind of larger diameter, it goes down a certain depth, and then the rest of the hole kind of goes through. Now, counterbore holes are really, really useful for things like bolts, so that the head of the bolt actually sits on that inner face in there. So basically, the head of the bolt might actually be flush with this top surface. We'll have a look at that in class a little bit more. Okay, so let's have a look at what we've got here. We've got some dimensions here. So let's talk about the initial diameter first. So maybe let's take this diameter here. We might have a diameter of 15. And let's say it goes down 10 millimeters. And then we have a smaller diameter. Now let's say it's 8, as you can kind of see there. And we're going to have the distance is going to go all the way through. Now we haven't given it a reference to an edge yet, so this hole is just kind of floating in space. But let's say, okay, let's click on from the center to the edge there. Well, I just cancel that for a moment. Okay, let's try that again. So we've got 40 millimeters there. So let's imagine we're going to go 30 in from there. We'll hit enter to lock that in. You can see the little lock there, and we'll put a constraint from this edge, and we might say that it's going to be 30 millimeters in from that edge also. We're going to hit OK down the bottom here just to confirm that. And now we have a counterbore hole. As you can see there, it's got that face there. Oh, my phone's ringing. Come on. As you can see. All right, so hopefully that just gives you a bit of an idea as to how holes can work in Fusion 360. You might want to give that a play, and I'll see you in the next video.